Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Thank you all for checking this one out. So, a couple of cricketing topics to look at. You would have seen it in the thumbnail there. I'm not going insane. Now, so yesterday after Bravo announced that he will be taking a break from cricket, I went back and I was doing some reading and just looking at some stuff that happened throughout his career. And I was paying attention to that incident that happened a couple of years ago between him and the president of at the time. Right? While looking at that, another article popped up where at the beginning of this year, Desmond Haynes said that he called Bravo to congratulate him when he scored the 2 centuries in the last 4-day championship, and to let him know that he's still on the radar. Mind you, Bravo was already 34 at the time. This was early February. Well, this was late February that it happened, and Bravo, as we know, is a February man. I think he born on the 6th of February. Yes, so he would have already been 34. So I was just, I'm going at it. Also, we're gonna take a look at Shakib Al Hassan. Man has decided to try his hand at politics. He will be running. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, we're going to look at that. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit about, the current West Indies A team on tour of South Africa. Remember, we will be playing Australia in January. So we're going to talk about that also. So just give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. Alright, so this Bravo story, my people, has been drawn out, but with him making that announcement yesterday, people that covering cricket content would definitely pull back on his name. And yesterday, while I was reading up some stuff after his announcement, on Google here, I saw another article over on ESPN Cricket Info, where they were covering an interview that was given by Desmond Haynes in the earlier part of this year. Right, we're talking about February 2023. Right, so this one was published here on the 23rd, well, on the 17th of February 2023. The 17th, mind you. Bravo was actually born on the 6th of February. So that would have made him already 34, right? In February. So he would have already been 34. Now, this is what Desmond Haynes said at the time, where after Bravo made those centuries. Remember, he was doing good in the regional championship. Scored a couple of centuries and then he fall off. He basically tailed off, and we understand why he wasn't selected for the series, the South Africa series and thing. But in the same period there, Nkrumah Bonner was dropped, and in addressing it, Desmond Haynes said that we know Bonner had a weak time and he was sent back to the Caribbean to prepare for India. Which would be in the Caribbean, and we know that it wouldn't be too much pace and all of that. Well, we never hear anything more about him. We never hear anything more about Nkrumah Bonner. So I'm assuming he's still preparing. But in the same breath, while he was addressing the Nkrumah Bonner thing, he spoke about Darren Bravo. Right? And this is what he said. When someone is left out of the side, the first impression that comes to one's mind is that you are done with somebody. But I had a conversation, not only myself, but the fellow selector. We had a conversation with Bonner, and we explained to him the reason why he is not being selected to go to South Africa. And we all know the reason. Man probably would have had to be taken off the field. We understand that. Right, so in the midst of that, he spoke about Darren Bravo. So this is what he said. Mind you, this is the same February 2023. I called Bravo to congratulate him on the 200s that he scored. I think that Bravo has proven that he can play cricket at the highest level, and it's just a matter of if we can get the guys, if they are committed and they really want to play. But Bravo is a class act, end quote. And this is February 2023. So, he's saying that these guys were still on the radar. Mind you, Bonner was already 34. Bravo already 34. Right? He confirmed that these guys were still on the radar. We're not talking about another year and a few months after. And as I said, I can understand why Bravo wasn't selected after that 4-day regional championship. He finished off poorly. But I am wondering if the call that went out was to let him know that, listen, we're watching you. We like what happened with those centuries, and we're looking at you. So keep working. I am wondering if they were looking at him for him to continue to work like that, so that he could be ready for Australia. But me wondering that don't make any sense, because the selectors already said that. Well, probably makes sense because they didn't reach out to him in the Super 50, because in the ODI, for the ODI to play against England, because they are planning for 2027 for the next World Cup. So maybe, just maybe, he was never a part of the ODI. No matter how much runs him score, he would have never been a part of the ODI. Mind you, man performed well in the series, and according to in the Super 50, and according to Bravo, he hasn't heard a word from Desmond Haynes. But when he was scoring those runs in the 4-day regional championship, he got a call. He got the call, I think it was shortly after he scored the second century, to let him know that we are still looking at you. As I said, things didn't finish off too well for him. He wasn't taken to South Africa. So the fact that they called him, I am wondering if the plan was to bring him back into Test cricket. And with the team not qualifying for the World Cup, I'm wondering if they were like, listen, we're just going plan straight for the ODI World Cup. But then again, it don't even make any sense, as I said. I can't even reason it, because a couple of guys in there that are just 2 years younger than Bravo that not doing anything. You understand? So our man in the 1 year, 2 or 3 year younger than him that not doing anything. So I still can understand planning for the future. And as I said, this is not to draw out the whole Bravo situation, right? But I had to I had to talk about this again. As I said, I was just looking back at a few things that happened throughout his career, and then I saw this, and I remembered that the man had promised that the Bravo was still on the radar. But when he said that, he was talking about red ball cricket. So probably, no matter if Bravo had scored 1,000 runs, he probably wouldn't have been considered. I don't know. But it twisted my people. It twisted, because them planning for 2027 still not make any sense with some of the selections. So I just want somebody that understand to clear this up for me. I see people in the comment section saying that Desmond Haynes is not the man that select the team. He's just going with it. But I want people that know that much to clear this up for me. How is it that when a man is already in his mid-30s, 34, you promise, you put out information that the man can definitely play, show that he can play at the international level, and a few months after, he would have put in even better numbers. All of a sudden, the man can't manage because he need walking stick. You have to remember, people, this is not me going to war for Bravo. I don't even go to war for Jamaican players if they are not doing well and not being selected. So there is absolutely no reason why I would need to go to war for Bravo. I don't know the man. The man is not from my country, and I couldn't care less which country he come from. But I just want people to make this make sense. I don't want these sort of things to continue happening. That is why I'm talking about it. You understand? Couple months ago, you promised the man that he's on the radar. And well, the Desmond Haynes says it's only a case as if they can be committed. So I don't know if they have commitment problem with him. But you said the man up on the radar a few months after the man score a bag of runs. All of a sudden, he need walking stick and walker. you know, see it. I don't know Bravo personally, so I not fight sticking up for your man. I just don't want the same thing happen when our next good cricketer, when our next informed cricketer supposed to get selected and I don't get selected. They need to stop it. Anyway, make we move on from that. Talking about the future, the West Indies A team is currently going up against South Africa in that red ball series. And I just want to remind them that we are going to be taking on Australia early next year. You understand? We play Australia in 2 test matches. The first one is from the 16th to the 21st of January. Second one is going to be from the 24th to the 29th of January. So spots are up for grabs. You know, it's not like we have people that dominated in the last couple of test series. So if people are able to go there and put in good performances, you know, then they might get a look in. I am not calling for man because they score a man score a half century, a man score a century. Not saying they need to fast track them into the team. I'm just saying these guys need to pay attention and remember that West Indies team is never a fixed team. This moment they are building with you, and the next moment and the next minute they are building with somebody else. So if you know you are in the spotlight now playing playing the A2 against South Africa, put in the work. Because they never know, the call might come. Next thing that I want to touch on a little bit, my people, Shakib Al Hasan. Some people calling him the controversial cricketer these days. Now, according to ESPN Cricket Info, Shakib Al Hasan is set to contest parliamentary elections from his home district. So, you know, he's looking to run. I think they say he's contesting from the Manguar 1 constituency with the poll scheduled for the 7th of January. So Shakib seems as if he's running to be a representative of his constituency there. I mean, he's probably looking to phase himself out of cricket now. Quite a few people phase out of cricket and go into politics, you know. If you talk about West Indies, straight ahead I can give you Wavell Hines is a big politician down there in Jamaica for the People's National Party. Darren Powell, who was also a pace bowler for West Indies, also a member of the People's National Party there in Jamaica. If you look at a couple of other countries, you know, even Pakistan, one of their former cricketers went on to be the prime minister. You understand? Is it prime minister or president? I think prime minister over there. So, you know, good. Yeah, you know, make we see. Yeah, make we see how it go, my viewers and subscribers. You know, as I said, famous cricketers would have transitioned from the sport into politics. You know, I just spoke about those 2 West Indians, and you know, would have seen the former Pakistan player there that went on to be prime minister in Pakistan. So, yeah, that is pretty much it, my people. I think those are the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I don't think I left anything out. So just let me know what you think in the comment section, especially on that Bravo thing. Just let me know if I'm losing a few screws in the head or it make any sense. Man was already 34 when he was told he's still on the radar. Man went and scored a ton load of runs, and all of a sudden man need walking stick and walker. So I don't know. Let me know what you think, my peeps.